this is Mistress Nightmare here, and we'll continue reading Eyeless Jack's Addiction, Chapter 7. Before we get started, please hit that like button, comment, and subscribe to this channel if you guys want more creepypasta fanfictions out there. Until then, let's get started. Nightmare's point of view. Running to my house was a drag. I needed to make sure that no one was home. For now. Eyeless Jack's warning scared me a bit. When my house was in sight, I saw no one. There. Good. I rushed myself inside. Felt kind of dizzy, but soon adjusted my eyes. I saw my mom on the counter in the kitchen. My dad was behind her. So motionless, I knew something was off. I walked to the kitchen. Both of them were dead, standing in their place. Tears rolling down my face, but all I could do was stare. I saw my brother and sister too. They had both been bringing in their bags for their trip, but they were in the same way of my parents, lifeless, but acting if they were still moving. Before I saw all the holes in their stomach, some of the organs were missing, most likely 2 of them. And then in front of me was Eyeless Jack, covered in blood from head to toe. So you're the last of this pathetic family, huh? He said. How did you get here before me? I said, trembling at the impossible speed. How you ask? You're a pathetic human, asking the dumbest questions. I didn't get here before you. You just happened to stroll in the right situation, so you cannot escape. He replied, No, I saw you. We talked. I said, trying to recall the last hour events. No, we didn't. I don't know how a lowlife creature such as yourself were wasting my time. I already know for dessert, he said, lifting up his mask, licking his lips. Unknown person's POV. As soon as she came through the door, I knocked her out, and it was quite easy considering she didn't expect it, and Cindy was the one who knocked her out, if I didn't. Putting her in that illusion sleep. As for now, when she was awake, she was gone. After Eyeless Jack's throat. That's right. Lying asshole deserves what's coming to him. It's a punishment for having an affair with a human. And it was straight up lying. You think she's going to make it? I asked. Not certain. She's a human being after all. This kind of illusion makes her go completely insane, Slendy replied, staying on the task. And if she doesn't? I questioned, thinking of a way I should ask such a stupid question. We would have a problem, he murmured a bit. Nightmare's point of view. I tried pursuing what on me. But this wasn't his regular moment. He wouldn't just come for me in one shot. I knew something was off. Then I remembered my brother and sister weren't supposed to come back from their trip until 2 months. It was only one I knew that would have to do it. He's trying to get me again, expecting his aim for my throat with his scalpel. I dodged him and grabbed his throat. Good girl, kill him. I heard a voice in the back of my head say, You know, this isn't the real me. The voice was right. It wasn't him. That's not all. I choked him for a few seconds, then slammed him to the ground with all my might. He let go of his scalpel and didn't get up. I took this time to run to the kitchen. The last thing slowed me down. Even though my parents were in there, I didn't take the chance. When I grabbed the biggest knife I could find, I looked over to the counter to see if he was still there. As I thought, he was gone. "You can't defeat me," I heard a voice say, and I ducked my head when I felt the air by my head. He tried using his scalpel to plunge into my head. "There's no way in hell this is happening." "Kill him." I turned and went straight for his gut. I dove the knife into him and slid it across his stomach. Blood gushed out everywhere. Even it stunned me. I went for his throat next. I grabbed him by the collar of his shirt and lifted the knife, touching the tip of his throat. Then I closed my eyes and pushed forward the knife. He let out a gurgling, a scream which felt seconds subsiding. When I opened my eyes, everything looked like it was fading. I knew something was off. Unknown person's POV. It should already been finished, Slendy said as he backed away. We both waited for a short moment. I saw her eyes flutter open. Then she stood up, walking back to the kitchen. I saw her pull out a huge knife from the drawer and walk back towards us. I thought she was supposed to be insane. "You're the ones that tried to mess with my head, huh?" she announced, annoyed. "Yes," Slendy stated in a simple reply. "I killed Eyeless Jack. Do you think I was scared somehow? Or maybe you want me to turn on him? That's funny. He was right. You guys wanted to come after me, to hurt him in some way. He shouldn't care of my well-being. After all, he's a cold-blooded killer. My family could have been killed by him, and I would be mad, but there's no way in hell I'm going to fall for the dumbest ideas of an illusion," she said, figuring us out. "You killed him. How?" "You're a human, trying to protect your kind. Perfectly harmless," Slendy said, completely confused. "I am Mistress Nightmare for a reason, you know." Slenderman had a bad habit of underestimating others completely, and the others back at the mansion. "Jeff, you seem a bit surprised, don't you?" she said, turning her head towards me. She folded her arms. She had the knife tucked in underneath her armpit. I snickered. "And how do you know our names? What did your pussy of a boyfriend tell you?" I spat at her. "Nah, I knew you guys. Before I knew he existed. BTW. He's not my boyfriend. He's sort of a friend. I have... When I was bored with my life," she replied calmly. "I didn't feel like letting you take another breath," Slendy said. His tentacles came out of his torso, but then quickly put them back. "I have different matters to deal with, and you two are one isn't fair." "Jeffrey, take care of this little girl," he said, disappearing in air. "No problem. This is going to be fun." Nightmare's point of view. Following in a different direction from Slendy. "Huh? Damn, you're worse than Masky," I teased. "Don't compare me to that dickhead bitch," he said, angry, dripping from his words. Fighting him was going to be hard, but all I needed to do was defend myself. I figured things out from there. Don't you think just because you killed Eyeless Jack in that dream of yours means you can kill me or even injure me?" Jeff said, coming closer. "Don't get ahead of yourself, child. You can't read in your future if you can't see your fate."